Cheers, friends. My name is Dara. This is Dear Hallmark, and we are about to talk about the Hallmark Channel movie Game, Set, Love, starring Davida Williams and Richard Sharman. Why was this like the sleeper hit of the century? Why did I have sub-zero expectation for this movie, and this movie went up and did like slap me like the little peas from VeggieTales Jonah used the fishes to slap the visitors. Y'all remember that from Jonah VeggieTales? Quick aside, my little nieces, when I used to watch them, like during the day, I think this was when shutdown happened in 2020, I played Jonah for them once. Auntie Dubwa, can we watch Jonah? So I have that ingrained in my head. Do you remember that scene when they were slapping the people with the fishes? The Ninevites? I digress. So, Game, Set, Love, Davida Williams' character is Taylor. Richard Sharman's character is William Campbell. William Campbell is the most, like, go-home Roger character ever. But it's so great. This was the breath of fresh, petty air that I needed. I needed someone to just go there. Like, this is the petty line, and he was like, boom, and I appreciated it. I loved what Richard Sharman gave to the character of William Campbell, who was he was known as always causing a ruckus and throwing rackets and cussing out the refs. Like, that was his reputation within the tennis industry. And now that, so he is Taylor's, okay, let me rewind. Taylor used to play professional tennis, but then she quit, and now she teaches kids at a country club, right? So she used to play doubles, and her old partner, Angela Wong, is now back in town to get coached for her new doubles partner is William. William's paired with her so that he can, clean up his reputation. Her agent think it would be good for her because he has so much notoriety. So they're paired together. However, Angela she sustains an injury, and now Taylor is paired with him. And so they work out some things, and and then they fall into the love, and they swimming, and they, doing the butterfly, and then the movie's over. So here's the thing. Like I said in the genesis of this video, this was the sleeper hit of the century because nobody was checking for a tennis movie. I'm not gonna lie. This was executive produced by Venus Williams. Yes, we see her 11 tennis wear line. We see that popping up throughout the movie. But I didn't care about no tennis, you know what I'm saying? And then they were like, that's okay, you don't care about tennis, but you gonna care about Taylor and William. And I said, oh, for real? And they said, watch this. I'm sorry, I'm bad. And so, man, William, okay, like how many lines? Like there's so many quotes from this movie that are just brilliant. There was a line while they were doing yoga, and Taylor mentioned something about emotional chaos, and he was like, emotional chaos is my brand name. I was like, and then him, while he was doing his photo shoot, and that stupid photographer telling him to roar, and he was roaring like, rah, like, what in the world? Like, now I will say, I thought Williams' agent would have been more villainous than what he was, but I'm grateful they didn't go that way. I like the depth that they brought to both characters. And they kind of called each other out on what each other's issues are. It took me a while to see the romantic chemistry between the two of them. I appreciated, like, this is going down in history as one of my favorite enemies to lovers. Hidden gems. If I were to think about just the movies this year, and if I were to think about just the enemies to lovers trope, which is number one and on par with the fake dating trope as my favorite, like these two are my favorite tropes of any Hallmark movie. If I was to focus in on just enemies to lovers, Hidden Gems and Game, Set, Love are, my two favorite from this year. Game, Set, Love probably edging out Hidden Gems more because the lines had more bite, more punch. They were a little bit more witty, and I wasn't ready. It was just like the overwhelming, the petty was so overwhelming. I was just like, fine, just wash over. Just wash over me. Just do what you got. Okay, like, I loved it. I guess petty is my love language. I feel like petty and sarcasm is like my love language, which is probably why movies that have a lot of sarcasm and wit speaks to me on like a personal level, you know? Petty and sarcasm and Chick-fil-A, those are my love languages. But, man. And Davida did a really good job. I think this was both of their first time as a leading role in a Hallmark movie, A. I think this was Davida's first leading role in a movie, B. She did an interview with the ladies from Suspenders Unbuttoned podcast. I'll link that below. And so I learned that little tidbit of information. But there's too many scenes to, like, you need a flip book to really capture all of the many scenes that stood out. Like him teaching the kid, I thought that was the moment we saw that there was a human being inside of that monster. Which was, and I think Taylor saw that too. And what else? I'm trying to think of some other. First of all, that slow dance scene, like, who is you? The second one. Because how we get a slow dance scene so early? You see how it just made me float. That's why I had to, I'm like a bird, I gotta fly away. Because the slow dance just took me. And I don't, like, we got a slow dance way early. And then that second slow dance just came out of left field. Like, she just threw her arms up over him like she was so comfortable. And then they just kissed or whatever. I was like, what? What? Okay. I don't even. And even that little thing where they were talking at the end, this was a super cute scene. It was towards the end of the movie, and I think it was like the match point they were going for, or maybe they just started the match or whatever. He was like, let's just act like we're strategizing, but they were just talking about like, oh yeah, it's cool that your mom is here or something like that. And then is it referee in tennis? It's not, or is it an umpire in tennis? I want to make sure I'm using it. You can tell I don't watch tennis, which is sad because my mom does. But what, the umpire or the ref was like, time violation. He was like, yeah, whatever. I was like, oh, he's still there. Oh, that was so funny. Yo, this movie, watch the movie. I know it looked boring, but I promise you, it surprised the heck out of me. Now, again, I didn't find much romantic chemistry until like the last maybe fifth of the movie, but I enjoyed the journey. I enjoyed the ride. First of all, can we talk about him in that car leaning so far into the front seat? Like, bro, he might as well just have sat on the john where you put your CDs in and stuff. Yeah, I said CDs, compact discs. He should have sat right there. His face was like, he was so annoying in the best way. This man is brilliant, man. Shout out to you, Richard Sharman. Nobody else could have played this character, friend. Nobody else. Thank you for what you brought to the Hallmark universe. You are the petty that we need. You are the bite that we need. You are the sucker punch that we need. And I appreciate that. I appreciated that. I'll speak for myself. I can't speak for everybody else. I appreciated that. I forgot how sweet this lemonade is. Okay. I'm trying to think any other scenes that stick out. Oh gosh. Oh, when he went to go do that speech to tell her that he really thinks that she should be his partner. He was like, yeah, I wrote, like, I thought a lot about this speech. Like, it was like his whole little soliloquy about the speech itself. Like, yo, this movie was brilliant. And oof, I can't give it 5 crowns though, but I'm gonna give it 4.5. Again, it didn't have any feels for me, but it was a really fun, funny, and good movie. So I'm giving it 4.5 crowns. It's going to be in my top 5 for sure. I've put it in my top 5, and I'll let you know where it falls the week leading up to Countdown to Christmas. So if Countdown to Christmas starts October 22nd, that Friday, that week, so like maybe the 19th or the 20th or whatever, I'm going to give you my top 10 favorite Hallmark movies of the year, because Christmas is its own separate category, and I'll talk to you about that in the new year for Christmas movies. But we'll go into my top 10 favorite movies that have transpired over the year. This is going to be in it for sure. For sure. I mean, it's gonna be real dang hard to like top this. I'm just saying. But let me know what you saying. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll meet y'all down there, but also meet me on the Instagram, and then meet me on the Facebooks, and then also subscribe to the podcast, because there is a forum where I'm able to elaborate and give you more in-depth analysis of my thoughts on the movies. So like for this one, for Unthinkably Good Things, we're going to be talking all the things on the podcast. And there's a way for you to connect with me on the podcast. You can leave me a voice message. There is a link in the podcast show notes that will take you to a page where you're able to leave me 60 seconds worth of your thoughts. And then I can play it in the podcast and respond to it. So be sure to leave me your comments, because I also read your comments on the podcast, and I react to them too. It makes for some good content. Thank you. But yeah, you guys. So that's what I think about Game Set Love. I hope I made sense. This movie rocked my world, and I wasn't prepared because I had sub-zero expectations, and I'm so glad it exceeded all of it. So I hope it exceeded your expectations as well. I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say. Again, my name is Dara, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Ciao, my friends.